Hi, this is Lynn Schnebley with Educating with Wisdom, and I am the ambassador for Heaven's creating and protecting goddesses and archangels over life. Lord, please help me to do this expeditiously, as you know, quickly. I can't get it out of my mouth. As I have mentioned before, my daughter was in the hospital. My mother was in the hospital. We're all here. As of yet, I haven't gone into the hospital this fall, but we'll see. As we come through this, they're asking that there's a bit more prior information so that it could be used to come out for trial purposes. And what they really need to see is what led up to me disclosing things, both to the West Palm Beach Republican office in 2016, as well as what led up to me, let's say, contacting the Germans, contacting the Russians, because maybe there's not enough of a connection. So I'm going to try to do this quickly. I outed to G4S in 2011, October 2011. Within 10 days later, I was clearly hacked into and it was terrible. I had already been suspended for being legal. That's my specialty. But the Canadian Law Society had gotten the Jupiter and Leo patterns. There's an ongoing, expanding war in the Middle East when Jupiter is in Leo. And I was, again, looking to see when was a good time to have the Union of North America. And that was God was then saying, what else is going on? And then I saw, okay, it's not just a good time for positive things, it's a good time for war. And so I caught that as I was putting my case into the Law Society in 2001 and early 2001. Actually, I found it in May of 2001. And they got the pattern in June of 2001. And of course, then there was 9/11 and all those other things, which it would be good to know, what kind of conspiracy theory is absolutely correct. So that 3-year moratorium is important. The Law Society had it. The Francophones used it and abused my case in ways that should not have happened. If that information had come out, we wouldn't have things like gay marriage. There would be women's rights, the issue of kids in Africa with clitorectomies and female genital mutilation. It would have all been over by now. Okay, we would have had the necessary environmental things in progress going on. Tom McGuire got my things in 2002. I already showed how we're going into war. I showed you some things about Jupiter and Leo. I was aware of the Musica Celeste through Instrumentalis. I'd had some when I, did a minor in music, Boethius, Pythagoras. It made perfect sense to me because I'm gifted in music. That sounds so unhumble, but you've seen, anyway, the documents online. Having said that, let's come up to, I did not know about the eager lion until, the 2015, May. That's when it came up, and I choked because I said, okay, and he's doing it and he's illegal, and now, and I didn't know about it. But in 2014, as soon as Syria exploded in June and we were going into Jupiter and Leo, here I had divulged all this information so that this didn't have to happen again. And here it was happening all over again. It was Jupiter and Leo, and I had a lot to be concerned about, because if we had gone into war on April the 4th, we have the blood moons and we have the eclipse and all those things. We have it all lined up for Armageddon. And so I immediately, because I've already been prophesizing these things, I've already sent it out. So I immediately try to figure out who I can go to. I speak with the priest. That's when I go to Saks, and I speak with Mr. Luciano, and it's the 12th of October. We're going to see a reference to it, and he gets all these various things and he asks for them, but you never see him respond. Having said that, On my phone log from AT&T at that time, I've got this really long conversation that you see that goes on from there, just like the long conversations with the FBI and all the other places, all right? So you see these things. And so you see this long conversation, and then I go in and then I reference what's going on. So what happens then? As I tell him, we can't put these things up in the satellites. We can't do this. Heaven is very upset with what we're doing. And we've got the pornography and we've got all these things going on. And it's clearly wrong. But I tell Luciano in the office, I said, you've got to look out for the lion, and you've got to look out for what's going on with the dragon. And I thought that the dragon was going to be China, and I said China wasn't strong enough to be, and they're not there yet. And I said the lion, I really thought the lion was going to be Iraq, and I said Iraq is, we've got people that are involved in it there, ISIS and all of that is involved in it, but I said I don't see the dragon. Now at that time, I did not know, not remembering everything from a long time ago, I did not know that the dragon was on the British coat of arms. I didn't know about Thrace and the dragons. I didn't know about Thrace and the dragons until last spring. And I did not know about the red dragon. I did not know about Elon Musk. I did not find out about Elon Musk until December of 2016. And then I found out about the dragon. And I found out about the Merlin. And that's when I found out the Russians have Saint George on their coat of arms. And they have the double eagle. But specifically Saint George, and they had adopted it on the 30th of November, which is Winston Churchill's birthday. And I thought, oh no, oh no, oh no. And that is when Barack Obama released the information. When I found this stuff in December. Until then, there was no investigation of the Russians and Russian investigation with Trump. It was not there was nothing about Russian hacking going on at that time. It didn't exist. So we're going to go in and take a look at some of these initial documents. And for instance, I after Luciano, I began following what was happening with our space program and when things were going up, and I was thankful that things were blowing up because we had to fail. I mean, because we had failed what was going on in terms of going into war. I was really believing that this was wrong. And then when I found out that Facebook was going to send a satellite up, and they were going, and I guess that's the first time I heard about SpaceX. They were sending a satellite up, and I prayed and prayed and prayed for the people in Africa, because I said, I have no defense. I have no defense. Nobody believes me. Nobody's going to look after me. And I thought to myself, the poor people in Africa, the average person has no defense against these people. They have nothing. What Facebook did to me, what Apple did to me, what the U.S. government, and these people will have no defense against you. And so when it blew up, I was, thankful. Thankful. So let's come out of me. We're going to go in and see something about, that's Miss Ofat. That's not really what I wanted to do. Why did they pick that one up then? Oh, Mr. Luciano. Oh, Mr. Luciano got that. I actually didn't open that up. Saturday, August the 9th, 2014. I guess that's when he first got it. I didn't know that. So then I went on and saw him on the 12th. And is that really when I forwarded? No. Yeah. Wow, they just opened that up. That's not the one I was going to pick. So I thought, so that's when he got that. I spoke with him. I let him know that this was happening. And he knew that my life had been hacked into and I didn't have a life. All right, please do not open. I've been hacked into. I mean, I tell him all these things. It goes off. Your friend, regarding your termination, it's over for you. They tell me that I need to go because they fired me, and I went to the FCHR, completely corrupt. They let them continue. So they saw it's over for you. They told me to go jump out of a plane. But let's move up. Okay. So this is right after I told my parents about the Snowden thing. I'm only going to forward 8 to 11 murders I can before I send you one of my war and others. Oh yeah, all of the murders I can. They got rid of those too, threatening to murder me. I can be murdered. All right, so when I tell my parents about Snowden, because my parents think I'm crazy and they think I'm psychotic and I'm not, as I'm telling them that, I get an email that says transaction, I see your keyboard. Why is this the 9th? I thought this happened after that. Oh, here we go. I found a pattern indicating the war in the Middle East, specifically in Iraq, 2001. I sent this to the Fredericton Law Society. Here we go. Christ Church, Jupiter. Weapons, Scorpion. Email. He got all of that. That's the 12th. Let me close out of this. I want to see where this is. Here we go. There's the first one. I guess I saw him on the 8th. Thank you for listening to me so that you can begin to appreciate how G4S and business info cannot tolerate unethical and try to do the things about the patterns of war, pole shifts, the state of Florida, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The few of the hundreds of threats I have received. Okay. A regular hacker can't do things like this. By the way, I told them that G4S is a foreign corporation and they should not be able to go in and have confidential things. And it was then that I'm sure it was Sachs, went through and some of G4S went into holdings within months. Okay, so that's all there. Thank you for listening to me. So, he got that. And I went and I saw him. So, G4S got all of this. The Snowden case. Now, I had made this up already so that other people could get it. So it came out of that account. It did not, but it went to him. It went to him. So the weapons of war, the Christchurch earthquakes, the Jupiter and Leo patterns. There's an expanding pattern of war when Jupiter goes into Leo. It happened in here. It happened here. We have war going on here. Right, here we go. Right. So we had the Camp David peace accord, but we also had the Iranian the hostage crisis. Excuse me. Yeah. As part of it. Oh, by the way, Tom and I last saw each other like after college when he was leaving for his service, and his best friend during this time period. We didn't know that we were all within 200 miles of each other in Europe, maybe 250 during this time period. And there's a third person, his good friend John. And then we all found each other within a month of 2002. That was miraculous. Okay, so that's here. Right. And there's expanding war. And then the same thing happened 2014 to 2015. But, so let's come out of that. The Christchurch earthquakes, their 4 events, the email to Rob. Yeah, we've seen that already because I have it online. The scorpion type of thing, which is found, the burning scorpion type of thing, which is found in Revelations 9. And we have Raytheon, which I did not know about then. Yeah, it's all here. I contacted Tom, I think it was 2006 is when I first saw this, and I said, it may have even been then, and I said, Tom, we can't do any of this. This is, and I told him why, and I guess they didn't keep pursuing it. All right, let's move up. There. Notice of receipt of filing of DACA. All right, I will give. Okay, so this is just one of the lawyers, one of the many lawyers. Hi, Mr. One of the many lawyers. Nobody can take it because they have a conflict. All right. Now, there's a break. I don't go back to him until here. And there's something that happens there. Between that and here, I have this. I get an email. I yell at them in the bathroom when nobody's home. And I yell at them and I tell them about the war and I tell them how terrible they are. And they send me a text message that says, "You, Dion, demon right." You, Dion, demon right. That's all they respond to when I say that. And it's you, Dion, demon right. Demon right. Yeah. And it goes up. You know, you are mocking what I've said, but I think what has happened here, what sets you apart from the demons. Did I act in good faith? Did you? Okay, so I go into this, but that's, when I yell at them, that's their response. Then Mr. Luciano gets this. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, yeah. The Law Society, the email to Rob, Mr. Christ, series of strong earthquakes, blah, blah, blah. I tell them about this, and okay, I never got back to him after that, but that was from Belinda. And that was the business deals that they took off and ran with. ESC certification, ESC identification, the importance of an alternative. Okay. Right. Now, let's come out of this. How do we get Thomas McGuire here? I don't know. So, oh, they really want the Tom McGuire stuff. Yeah, they do. I got stalked like nobody's business. Now let's come back over here. Let's see. This is one of my Facebooks. This is when I paid attention to the explosion that happened with the satellite for Facebook, because I was really afraid for Africa. Then, here we go with the short Phoenician. This is when I found out about SpaceX. And I found out about the Dragon. And I dropped. Just dropped. Just absolutely dropped. As you can see when I find out about some of these things. The Five Eyes I didn't find out until early July 2017, and that's when I knew it was those 5 black stars that are found in the Lost Book of Nostradamus. And I brought that before the Russians. This is one of the black stars. All of what you have written is to be all undone. Well, that's basically what I'm doing. The red-capped lion, I thought that was Leo. That's actually the British lion. It wears a red cap. That is the Nazarene. He's over the greater book, and I'm under him. Out of Pisces. No, that's it. The one that has this one, the bad one, is a Leo, is the lion, is the beast, where they say it's one male. There is the, hold on. Okay, so they work under the ground. They work with the dead. There's the black star, the occult, that's of Solomon. That's the Nazarene. It's androgynous, but still, it's the Nazarene. There we go, the Sagittarian woman, Artemis. Anyway, so remember, we are taking everything apart here. Jupiter and Leo charts, this is 69, this is in Taurus, that's when G4S hit me. But let's go in and, I've already discussed this online. This is SpaceX going up in flames, Jupiter and Leo, on Elon Musk's birthday. Old Sam is Uncle Sam. His Merlin thrusters. Under the stars for satellite. That 3 stands for the 3rd house communication. This is the 5th house. In Leo, we've got the 5 eyes. All black stars. SpaceX. It's his birthday. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Neuralink. Oh, it just gets worse. Boring. It's just like the Thracians. His Merlin. Falcon. This is a combination for the occult as well as for Horus. It's so Lucifer. Okay, the Russians. Here we go. This gives you some idea of when I found it, because this is 12/31/2016. I found this like a week earlier, and I didn't timestamp it on my computer. But that's when I found out about the Russians. And notice it's the 30th of November. Yeah, Winston Churchill's birthday. That's when I found out, oh, I used to be so proud of us. That's the 20th. That's when I realized how much occult was going on with us. That's when I found out about them. SpaceX is here. Remember, guys, the center of our galaxy is, let's put us on pause. Okay, let's go into my Seagate. We're going into screenshots. Oh, yeah, General Terry. This is when they contacted me. Let's open that one up. Yeah, there we go. Came under that name. That's when, yeah, that was 2016. I asked them why the eager lion wasn't used. I asked the Germans, and they sent me this, and then I had to go back and figure out who he was. Let's see. I need to be able to, oh, get out of here. And let's go in and find, we're going in the Germans. Let's go to December. It's 2015. We've got to go to 2016. Okay. Let's see, we will begin here. At some point, we're going to pick it up. Thank you, my Amazon was paid. All right, that's not it. There we go. Ah, okay. So this was 1220. So you can see when I'm first becoming aware of this, I didn't know about it. I had found out about the Russians about that time. But I had found out about SpaceX. I think it was the 3rd of December, maybe it was the 2nd of December of 2016. That's when I realized it was Tishab. There we go. They're related. There we go. That's when I found that. When did I find this? The red dragon. And of course, then it's all biblical. And I found that on the 19th. It's December the 19th, 2016. I would have found it like the day before. Oh, that's the 20th. We gotta go in and see when this is. $175. Come on. December 20th, 2016. 1757. So, there it is. 1757, right there. That's it. And let's put you on pause. Okay, so remember, I had already said that I found out about SpaceX. When I found out about SpaceX and when I found out about the Dragon, that's when I began looking things up before then. So I actually had found out that other information, but I did not go in and do the screenshots until later. So There we go. And of course, I went in and I had said, you know, the Hillary Clinton servers and things like that. I had shown that to the Republican office. And then when I saw the picture of Barack Obama in Europe in May of 2016, that's when I knew that the British were so deep in this. And I know that Kate and William were like dead. And I knew that Barack Obama had helped set up the massacre in Manchester. Yeah. All right. So thank you, everyone. And that was it. That's when I did everything. And that's why I did everything. Yep. Oh no, I had found out about the red dragon. Like, I didn't take my screenshots right away. Anyway, but I found out about Elon Musk and his dragon on like the 2nd, 3rd. Yep. Okay, thank you. Thanks. I hope that helps. Okay.